Have you ever made a decision you wish you could undo? A season you regret? A mistake that cost you? A moment that changed everything? Maybe you walked away from something good. Maybe you ignored wise counsel. Maybe you chased what looked exciting and lost what truly mattered. And now you're wondering, can I ever recover from this? Today we were talking about one of the most powerful stories told by Jesus Christ, the story of the prodigal son. It's not just a story about rebellion. It's a story about grace after failure. The story begins with a young man who wanted freedom. He went to his father and made a shocking request. Give me my inheritance now. In that culture, inheritance was given after the father's death. So, what he was really saying was, I want what you can give me, but I don't want you. He wanted the blessing without the relationship, the resources without the responsibility, the freedom without the wisdom. And the father let him go. Sometimes God allows us to make our own choices, even when they lead to painful lessons. The son packed his wealth and left for a distant country. And at first, life felt amazing. He spent everything on wild living, parties, new friends, temporary excitement. For a moment, it felt like he made the right choice. But reckless living has an expiration date. The money ran out. The excitement faded. A famine hit the land. Suddenly, the friends disappeared. When the money stopped, the loyalty stopped. And now the young man who once had everything had nothing. Failure often doesn't announce itself loudly. It creeps in slowly, one bad decision, then another, until you wake up at a place you never planned to be. The son found work feeding pigs. For a Jewish audience listening to this story, that detail was shocking. Pigs were considered unclean. This wasn't just financial loss. This was humiliation. He became so hungry that he longed to eat the food given to the pigs. That's what rock bottom feels like, when pride is gone, when options are few, when excuses no longer work. But rock bottom can also be the birthplace of clarity, because the Bible says he came to his senses. That's the turning point. He realized something powerful. My father's servants have food to spare, and here I am starving. Notice this. He didn't blame the famine. He didn't blame his friends. Didn't blame his father. He took responsibility. And that's where restoration begins. He rehearsed a speech. Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. Shame made him lower his expectations. He wasn't expecting restoration. He was hoping for survival. And sometimes after failure, we think, I don't deserve a second chance. I've gone too far. I've messed up too badly. But grace doesn't operate based on what you deserve. Here's where the story changes everything. While he was still far off, his father saw him. That means the father was watching, waiting, hoping. And when he saw his son, he didn't turn away. He ran. In that culture, respected men didn't run in public, but love outran dignity. Before the son could finish his apology, the father embraced him. Before he could beg to be a servant, the father restored him as a son. He ordered, bring the best robe, put a ring on his finger, put sandals on his feet, prepare a feast. The robe covered his shame. The ring restored his authority. The sandals restored his identity. The feast restored his joy. This is grace. Grace doesn't just forgive. Grace restores. Maybe you've wasted time. Maybe you walked away from purpose. Maybe you made decisions that cost you relationships, opportunities, or peace. But hear this clearly, failure is not final. Your mistake is not your identity. Your lowest moment does not define your future. The story of the prodigal son teaches us this. You can leave. You can fail. You can fall. But you can also return, and when you do, you won't find rejection. You'll find grace, grace that restores, grace that rebuilds, grace that celebrates your comeback. No matter how far you've gone, you are one decision away from coming home, and grace will meet you there.